but it shall come.
All right, Shalom, Shalom, making sure the sound works.
But it shall come.
All right, Shalom. Yep, Shalom, Shalom. First things first, I'm going to give all honor and praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Dash. We said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Dash. And we give double honors to our apostle elders, which is the apostle elders of Great Millstone, and to you all for the elect on the four corners of the planet Earth that's pushing this truth without sincerity, honesty, and faith. From the time of the end, Yahbashim Yahushai is getting ready to do great things in the time that we're living in. 2021, which is hastening the coming of Yahbashim Yahushai and showing itself to be that. We're gonna jump right into this. You see the title of the video. I don't really like doing, videos like this on these guys, man. But like I said, this is for the sheep. This is to edify the body and to, give comfort. Because when these things come, especially if if you're newer in this faith, this faith gets attacked. It's more than calling Esau the devil, and it's more than rainbows and wine and paradise, which is the main goal. But this truth gets attacked. Okay, this truth gets attacked by outside means, those that want to have ulterior motives. They don't have the sheep's best interest in mind. They don't really care, man, because at the end of the day, what do these people want us to go back to? They want us to go back to being, and shalom to you brothers on the comment board. Yabashim Yashar, brought the thumb to you. These people want us to go back to being slaves, man. They want us to go back to being lost, uneducated slaves, man. Because at the end of the day, what has Christianity profited us? What did believing, what did going into church profit us? What did going into Sunday school and Catholic, going to all these other different philosophies, what did it profit us? We were still killing each other. We were still committing adultery. We were still drug-ridden. None of those things profited us. And that's what VOCAB and these other guys want us to go back to. They want us to go back to the fire, man. Okay? They want us to drop what we have in this truth of an identity and skin and sinews. And they want us to go back to being Negroes in the church, with three-piece suits on, slapping. You know how much adultery is committed in the actual church? That ruins families' lives. But we're going to jump into it. Let me go ahead and share this screen. I just wanted to set the tone. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and share the topic. I'm sure if you brothers haven't seen it, okay, you got VOCAB talking about this individual right here. All right, where it says Israelite, Hebrew Israelite shoots cop in Florida. It's clickbait. Okay, it's clickbait because this guy wasn't a full Hebrew Israelite. Okay, he just believed in some of the message. Okay, which yeah, we are Israelites. We are the children of God. But we were not promoting uses of weaponry, and this guy went off. Okay, I'm gonna put this picture up. This guy went off. Okay, this guy didn't agree with his adversary, which I'm gonna pull the scripture. At the end of the day, he might have believed in the Most High and believed in this truth to somewhat of a level, but he didn't believe in the fullness. That's why the Lord said in the book of Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, that they shall stand upon their feet an exceedingly great army. But he says there is no breath in them, or no understanding. He would be one of the ones that stood up on their feet, okay, where the flesh was put on him, the skin, which is the understanding of who he is. But at the wide scale of it, he wasn't inducted into the full understanding. All right, because this truth is about waiting. It's about patience. Okay, what does gardening show you? Gardening teaches you patience. Okay, fishing teaches you patience. Those things that the Lord compared this truth to is what? Things that need you to have and need you to experience patience. Waiting, okay? Waiting for something to come is a part of this thing, okay? We grew this truth is likened unto what? A seed or a mustard seed. And that mustard seed does what? It grows. So the same thing, what happens in this truth, you have to have patience. Okay, so this guy, which, hey, he believed in the truth, but what did he lack in? He lacked in understanding. Because what did the scriptures tell you? The scriptures tell you agree with that adversary while he's quickly. It didn't say try to be rah this and rah that and shoot him in the head. And because we're to be what? Harmless as doves, wise as serpents, and harmless as doves. So that's why you can't put us in this category. All right, because you can't say one person that does something in a so-called group of people. You can't lump everybody in that. You can't. It's impossible. But this is what VOCAB is trying to do by putting Hebrew Israelites. Like he lumped us all. Like that's all we think about is guns and shooting people in the head, and that's our lives. No, man. Okay, no, because if you break it down, this guy, if he was especially in the camp of Great Millstone, starting with the apostles and elders, he would have been rebuked, man, because he went off. He went totally off. So we don't. That's on him, okay? But he breeded things before this time that led him down a slippery slope. But the main point is VOCAB trying to lump us up and demonize us and throw shade on our so-called beliefs, man. Because he's saying Hebrew-like-ism is what pushed this man to shoot a cop in the head. You watch the whole little sit down he's doing. He's going through this man's life. He's putting his kids out here. You know what I'm saying? Just dismantling. But when it comes to Esau committing wickedness, he won't go through this great measure to prove that what Esau or these other nations are doing are wrong. No, because he set his sights on us because he's an agent. We're his caseload. Okay, so he has to deal directly with us. Okay, so let's jump. All I'm going to do is I just wanted to set the tone why I'm talking about this period, because it's for us. Don't let this shake you up. This guy's he's an offense that must come. He's an offense that must happen. That's why he's going through and picking this guy's life apart, showing his personal life, and putting it out there. Okay, but this guy was off. All right, he shot a police officer in the head, and I'm gonna show you that we don't promote violence. We don't promote violence, okay? That's not what we are here to do. Our job as hopeful men of the Lord of Yahweh Shem Yahshua is to push this truth and wait on the Lord to do what he's going to do. It ain't us. Because what did the Lord tell some of his people and tell some of his men? That was too many. Because the Lord likes glorifying himself. He said he shall give his honor to no other, man. This is James 1 and verse 20. Now listen close. For the wrath of men worketh not the righteousness of Yahweh. All right. So for the wrath of men worketh not the righteousness of Yahweh. So this guy took his wrath out of his own accord. The Most High didn't send him to. At the end of the day, this was all set up to happen. But when it comes to the truth, the Lord don't tell you to go out there and do your own thing, because your wrath does not bring the righteousness of the Most High, because you're man. You don't understand the full spectrum. Okay, so you're not in that. If you get mad and do something, that's your own wrath. That's you setting up your own righteousness. So that's strike one. Guy was off. His own righteousness did what? It's sullied the truth now. Now it gave this guy, it gave opportunity.
Now he doesn't look sort of the Africans.
Now it gave this guy a chance to speak against the truth. That's what the scriptures say. Now it gives him opportunity to speak against the truth. There's precept. Let me find that real quick. What is it? Let me find it real quick, because this precept's gonna hit. Hold on. Because this right here, that's why it tells you. That's why it says keep your house, so you don't have. I think it's give them to speak against the truth. But through his so-called wrath and trying to establish his wrath, it did what? It gave opportunity for the enemy to speak against this truth. Let me start at 19. Wherefore, it says, wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear and slow to speak and slow to wrath. That's commanded. It says, for wrath of men worketh not the righteousness of the Most High. So you doing your own thing out there, that's not what breeds righteousness, man. Because you're supposed to go out there and suffer if you're on the highways and byways, but especially now, we're supposed to suffer this curses. We're supposed to suffer the punishment. The Lord gave us the opportunity to acknowledge the punishment and acknowledge what we have done. So now we acknowledge it and we have to go through it because now we know why we're going through that punishment. And then until the Lord takes the punishment off of us. But this is a commandment from the Lord, man. Okay? So listen close. This is Matthew 5 and verse 25. This guy did not apply this. So what did he do? He went off. He went off. He went into his own ways, man. Okay? That's why we ain't promoting it. He did his own, that was on him. All right, but this guy did what? He didn't do this. When that cop came up to him, this is what he should have done. This is Matthew 5 and verse 25. And it says, agree with thy adversary quickly. Agree with thy adversary. Who's your adversary right now? Would be Esau. In the form of a cop, in the form of your boss, in the form of an average Joe, in the form of a so-called patron out there. That's your adversary. It says, agree with thy adversary quickly while thou art in the way with him. While you standing there with him, you're supposed to agree with him. Lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge. Now where he got to go? When they catch him, he got to go to the judge. He got to go right to the judge. And after that, and if they find him guilty, he going to the clink. He going to go to the clinker, man. So this guy, if they find him, they're gonna prosecute him, man. All that because he didn't agree with the adversary in the way and established his own righteousness. And then now what? There's a manhunt out for him. He who won. Esau won at the end of the day. The same one you try to stand up and fight against now has reins and more ammunition to talk about the same thing you believed in, man. And to now endanger those that you were a part of with. Because now Esau can tie your whole organization with your actions. That's why it says be wary how you build on another man's foundation, man. Okay? We ain't in this truth to establish ourselves. We're not here for that. No matter how angry you are, you still got to stay in the guidelines, man. Okay? Because it's not just yourself that you're affecting. Okay, but the Lord, hey, this is the Most High movie. It says, agree with thy adversary quickly while thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. So he is going to prison when they catch him, you know. And with Esau, and he's a cop killer. Esau he's licking his chops. So the best case scenario, they catch him alive. And he has to go in front of the magistrates. But now you're a cop, you're a cop shooter, man. So the cops are looking at you with blood in their eyes, man. You know? So these are the times we live in. Verily I say unto you, verse 26, verily I say unto you, thou shalt be no means, it says, thou shalt by no means come out thence till thou hast paid the uttermost farthing. That means you got to pay what you owe. And this is it back in the days. So imagine now, how much more now where we're more under the Roman legislation, man. So we're not here to establish ourselves. Hey, brothers got some precepts. Let me pick this real quick. This is from the brother Yasser Allah. This is Lamentations 2 and 15. It says, all that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at thee, daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? And that's speaking about us in that time that we was raised up. But then you see where we're at now. So that's why, look, the establishment of Israel is taking place on the planet Earth. Okay, the Lord is beautifying his people with this truth first and foremost. And after that, then comes the what? The establishment of the kingdom carnally on the planet Earth. This is Proverbs 4 and 7. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. And with all, it says, and with all thy getting, get understanding. So this truth is about you coming in and understanding what you're about, understanding what it's about. It's not understanding about being violent. Of course, yes, Esau is our enemy. He's doing his thing. He's oppressing us. But it's not your ways to go and grab pistols and do this training. Look, if that's what you want to do in your personal time, by all means, knock yourself out. But when it comes to this truth, the Lord told us to be harmless as doves, man. We're not supposed to put that demeanor of a clad warrior. The Lord ain't looking for that. The Lord is looking for shepherds and sheep, man. He is the real warrior. Our Father is the warrior. He says the Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name, man. The Lord is the ultimate warrior. Salakia, because hey, that goes out to my wrestling brothers out there. The Lord is the ultimate warrior. Okay, he ain't playing with Esau, man. He ain't playing. He's just telling us to go out there and push forth his words. We're coming in instead of John. Okay, what did John do? He said he made the way straight. Okay, the one that cometh after us, we're not worthy to loose his sandals, because that's the king, man. Yahweh Shai is coming after us. We're John. We're the herald. We're heralding the coming of the son, man. And then once he comes, he gonna do his thing. He gonna establish his name on the planet Earth, man. So that's what we doing. We're not here to be rah guys. There's not enough armory to do what needs to be done. All right, understand that. We don't have the power to do what needs to be done. Okay, it's beyond guns. It's beyond your thoughts and your mind and how you feel. The pain is more than your pain. This goes from generations to generations. The tears that's getting handled right now is for the pain of generations in the past, man. All right, this is Psalms 4 and verse 4. Stand in awe and sin not. See? Stand in awe and sin not. Commune with your own heart upon your bed and be still, Salah. So stand in awe, stand in your mind and watch. But at the end of the day, sin not. Don't do your own thing. That's why it says be angry and sin not. That is our main point. The word there for awe is ra-gazah, or ra-gazah. Ra-wa-gazah. And the word there is tremble, quake, rage. So you can stand in anger. You can stand and be enraged, be excited, be bed. What is that? Bed? Let's look it up. There's a word I don't know. Let's go, champ. Let's learn a new one today. You all can go and learn it with me. Let's look up what this word means. I might be pronouncing it wrong, but let's look up what it means. Let's play it.
Perturbed.
Oh, perturbed, okay. Feeling anxiety or concern, unsettled. So you can be perturbed in this truth, but you got to do what? You got to sin not. All right? Be disquieted, be excited. You can be excited, but sin not. Okay? Cause to quake, disquiet. This truth, that's why it says knowledge puffeth up, man. That's why you have to be what? You have to have your senses exercised, because knowledge and wisdom puffeth up. That's what puffed our people up to think they can go grab guns and be some militia and stand, oh, we the kings, we the sons of God. Of course, everything you're saying is true. We are those things. But what did he miss? What did he lack? He lacked patience. He lacked waiting. This thing is a waiting game, man. It's a marathon. It's not a quick race. It's not gonna happen overnight. The apostles and elders, they've been waiting for 30 plus years, man. So the Lord will have you waiting that long, but the wait is worth it, man. Just like you wait for plants to grow. No matter how long it takes for that plant to bud, but once it buds, what's gonna happen? You're gonna eat. We're gonna eat of that fruit that's gonna bud, man. We just gotta wait on it. We're not out here to be violent and set up our own righteousness, because that's gonna throw it off, man. That's gonna throw it off, because Esau's waiting for us to jump out of pocket. Because once we jump out of pocket, he's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. Once he figures out we come out of the safety net of the scriptures, he's out there waiting. That's why it says your enemy, Satan, is as a roaring lion, looking who he may devour, man. So he's waiting. He's out there back and forth pacing on us to get out of pocket. Once we get out of pocket, he's going to demonize us in his media. and he's gonna go ahead and he's gonna be justified in doing what he does in the sight of the people, man. Why did the people not attack the prophets in the ancient world? Why did the Sadducees and Pharisees not attack the prophets? Because they said it. They feared the people. Sometimes they wanted to grab up Yahushua, but why couldn't they? Because they feared the people. Hold on, let me pull that real quick. They wanted to take the men because why? They feared the people. I think that's in Matthew. There's a bunch of them, but let me pull this one. That's what the mentality. Everything is written for our understanding. Let me see. I think it was the Pharisee. Salakia. I think this one might be it. Because at the end of the day, Esau fears the people. Because if he does it out of pocket and he does it before the time, then he's gonna martyr us, man. You know, that's what he's gonna make this truth even more of a problem to him. Hold on, I'm looking for this. If you brothers got it, post it on here too, Baba Kashar. Okay, this is Matthew's 21. I knew it was in Matthew's. This is Matthew's 21 and verse 46. This is Matthew's 21 and verse 46. Let me go down. This is Matthew's 21 and verse 46. And it reads, it says, let me start at 25. It says, and when the chief priests had heard his parable, they perceived that he spake of them. But when they sought to lay hands on him, they feared the multitude because they took him for a prophet. So that's how you got to understand. Just like history repeats itself. Just like they see what we doing is talking about them. Esau know we talking about him. He knows we telling the truth. Everything we saying is on point. But why can't he just jump and do what he wants to do? Because what? But when they sought to lay hands on him, they feared the multitude because they took him for a prophet. So if the people looking at us as they might be prophets, if they come and take us and do it in a violent manner and knowing that we've done nothing but push the Bible, what is that going to do? That's going to add more clout and more so-called prestige to what we're doing, because they're like, why are they worried about them so much? If they're nobodies, then why would they take such measure to just attack? And Esau gauges that, because in this society, what is it saying? There's no such thing as bad publicity. He built that because that goes into his Hollywood and all that. It's his magic. There's no such thing as bad publicity. Even if you talk good or bad about it, it's still being talked about. Okay. This is Psalms. That's why in wrestling, they would make the good guy turn into the bad guy, but he would still gain that fame on the other side. Okay. This is Proverbs 27 and verse 13. It says, I had fainted unless I had I had fainted unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thy heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. So this is what we're doing. We're not out here to be pop around guys and militias and grab guns. And I get it. He was angry, man. But the one thing about VOCAB, which I'll give him, he showed him in another light. He showed him with his family and showing him smiling and playing with his kids, because at the end of the day, it says oppression maketh the wise man mad. Oppression maketh the wise man mad. But the demeanor that Jake was going about it was too early, man. It's too early. But like it says, he showed him in the light of hanging with his kids, playing with butterflies, which Jake is just angry, man. Okay, you gotta understand this. Jake ain't built Jake don't want to be mean. You know, if you look at Israel, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they're very kind-hearted people, man. You know, a lot of them are silly jokes, you know, have that demeanor. But this place has changed us, man. Okay? So he was just angry, but he put the cart before the horse, okay? So back again, I'm a read a couple of these precepts and I'm gonna close out. But the main point that I'm saying is be angry, sin not. Vocab, we do not promote violence. Okay, we do not promote violence. This man had an incident with a police officer and it went sideways. Okay, and now he has to answer for his crimes that he's done personally. But his beliefs don't have nothing to do with that, what he did. Because if he truly believed in the scripture and he dug in deep, he would see that he had to wait. He had to wait on the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahshai, to do what he's going to do. Because once he cracks them clouds, it's over with. Every man has to be put on that scale of judgment. Every one of us have to go on there. All right. And we speaking as men that know what's coming. We all have to step on the scale of righteousness and make weight, man. All right. So we were hoping the Yahweh Shem Yahshai has mercy on us in that day. All right. So this is the book of Psalms. This is the Brothers Postal Precept. This is the book of Psalms. And this is from Yahweh. This is Psalms 37 and 34. And it reads, wait on the Lord. That's it. Wait on the Lord and keep his way. What's his way? The knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that we've been granted. All right. That means follow the laws to the best of our ability and come back to the Lord with weeping and mourning, man. It says, wait on the Lord and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee in to inherit the land. That's the land of Israel. So he's going to inherit us. He's going to give us salvation. If he gives us the opportunity to inherit the land, that means he's going to give us the salvation that comes with it. All right. It says, wait on the Lord and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee. It says, and exalt thee to inherit the land. And it says, and when the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. And that's perfect. So when the wicked are judged, we're going to see that moment. That means the Lord is going to make us see that, not have us have. If we're watching it, how are we doing it? That shows you we're not the ones that's going to judge the wicked, because we're not the ones that's going to be doing it. We're going to be the ones watching it be done. Okay? This is the next scripture. This is Hebrews 6 and 9. Beloved, we are persuaded to forget, Salakia, we are persuaded better things of you and the things that accompany salvation through we does speak, though we does speak. And that's what you see. We're just speaking these words and they're coming to pass. This is Hebrews 6 and 10. It says, for Yahweh is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love which ye have showed towards his name, in that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. Be angry and sin not. I read again. Be angry and sin not. All right. That's the main thing we're doing here. All right. But the point, let me get one more precept. This is Proverbs 19 and 1. And it says, better is the poor that walketh in his integrity than he that is preserved in his lips and is a fool. So what you done is now now we got to do cleanup. Brothers got to do videos. We got to make sure that the main point of the scriptures is upheld, that we're harmless as doves and wise as serpents. We're not out here doing our own righteousness, just like the book of James 1 and verse 20 says. All right, wrath does not bring apart the righteousness of the Most High, man. Men's wrath don't do that. The righteousness of Yahweh Shem Yahshua will be established in his own means, okay? So Lord willing, this is edifying. I just wanted to bring this out. And I say again, just like the title of this video says, man, okay, vocab, we do not promote violence. All right, we do not promote violence. That's not what we're here to do. We're not here to do. That guy right there, he jumped the gun, literally. Because what is that? That's why it says you are what you are around. You constantly got guns around, you bring that energy. So he actually bought a situation in that energy where he had to actually use his weapon against a cop. I understand that. It wasn't a regular Edomite that ran up on him in the back of his house and started talking to him. It was a police officer. You tell the officer, hey, look, hey, I got a firearm on me. You do what you have to do, run your paperwork. Yeah, go ahead. I'm getting ready to go in my house. You know, you agree with your adversary quickly. You don't do your own thing, man. All right. He shot that police officer. Now you got to pay for it. That's his personal problem. It don't have nothing to do with the truth. He didn't have a Bible in his hand. when he shot the officer saying he's going into slavery and he a Hebrew Israelite. He ain't do all that. That was a personal situation that went wrong, man. Okay? If he would have been in the scriptures and had a mind about him, it would have said, oh man, this is a cop. Let me let this cop do his thing, man. You know? Because it says it. You touch Esau, man, he gonna vengeance, man. So now vengeance can come down. Esau got way more guns than we do, man. And he's ready to use them. Okay. So Lord willing, this is edifying, and let me see what precepts brothers just post. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and finish with that one. This is Zephaniah 3 and verse 18. It says, therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord. Don't do your own thing. Don't be out there doing your own thing, man. At the end of the day, we're children in this, man. All right, we're all children that are under Yahweh Shemashai's tutelage, man. We're being brought to the promise of hope and salvation, and that's through what? Keeping ourselves in this truth. The more we build ourselves up, the more chances we are to make weight. We all got to step that scale, man. Understand that in your mind in this walk. You have to step on that scale, and what's going to give you weight? That's what you do in here. That's what you do right now. It's how you carry yourself. That's why I said, when did you clothe me? When did you feed me? When did you bring me into the house? Yahweh said it. You do unto these least, you do unto me. So that's how you gain your spiritual bank account, by following the law, statutes to the best of your ability, staying in the spirit, watching, praying, fasting if need be. You know, being a brother, being a father, being the best version of yourself you can be. And like the apostle said, and it's true, show passion, man. You got to show passion. If you don't have passion, you're not doing it, man. Even anything takes heat. Even with heat, it's called heat. Passion is heat, man. All right, we're lively stones, and Lord willing, Yahweh Shemashai is going to give us that spirit to make it through these times. So let me read this. It says, therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them, and the Most High is gonna pour His wrath, man. And we ain't got the wrath. We ain't never gonna see the type of wrath the Lord is gonna put on this planet Earth, man. He said the earth is gonna rock to and fro. So I say again, vocab: we do not promote violence. We do not promote violence. All right. And the Lord said it. Agree with thy adversary quickly. So Lord willing, this is edifying. Water for y'all coming by. Lord willing, this is a edifying lesson. And hey, keep courage, man. Things like this happen. They're gonna demonize. They're gonna talk about. They're gonna do this. They're gonna do that until they can't. All right. So with that, I want to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Karkadashi. You say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Bashem Karkadashi. Until the next time, Lord willing, like I said again, this is edified. Keep faith, keep strong, man. Keep strong. Keep the strongest. You know, this the greatest. The shot clock is running out, man. Shalom.